Hey everybody, it's Josh from CollectionDX, doing something a little different today, bringing it outside. Today we're looking at the Fewture new Godphoenix from Gatchaman 2. Fewture's been doing these Gokin die-cast of ships, and they did the first Gatchaman stuff last year, I think, with a reissue this year, but this year they brought out the first modern version of the Gatchaman, the new Godphoenix, which, you know, it's not as, in my opinion, it's not as cool looking, but I tell you, through this toy, I've definitely grown to appreciate it. So, take a look here. It's pretty rad. It's very die-cast. So let's talk about the stand first, okay? The stand is very heavy. There's a big metal plate in the bottom. This piece here is removable, and there's a little screw here, as you can see, that you can loosen to change the angle of the ship and how it's displayed. So it's kind of neat. You can just see it's heavy, okay? So here is the Godphoenix, the new Godphoenix. It is very heavy. We're talking the whole fuselage is metal. These, I believe these parts of the wings are metal, the tail's metal, this is metal, all under here it's all metal. And it's very shiny and glossy. Look at that shine in the light. Isn't that gorgeous? So let's go through a couple of cool features here. For one, we have landing gear, which come down, and there's a little piston there that works. Okay. Now this is actually one of the sore spots of the figure. Is this landing gear here is kind of a pain to get down, especially the first few times I actually used a screwdriver. So that's one. There we go. It gets easier the more you do it, but just be careful not to scratch it up. Alright, so there is it on its landing gear. Pretty cool. Let's get a little down view on it so you can see what's going on here. Alright, unfortunately the wheels do not turn. They're solidly molded in. So what are you gonna do? Alright, so next feature is the, you know, there are all these little Gatchaman ships, you know, G1 through G5. So each ship has a compartment. So G1 comes up like this, gets pushed down, and kind of sits right there. It doesn't really sit flat, which is a shame, but he just kind of goes in there and hangs out. Does not launch. There's no missile launching action or anything cool like that. It would have been very cool, but it's more of a display model. Okay. Let's take a look at the space in the back here. So let me zoom you in here. There we go. This door is kind of a pain to open. Put your thumbnail in there. Okay. And this is where the G5, I think it's 5, goes in there. Now, here's something that you'll notice. You put the figure in, can't close the top. That kind of sucks. There are a couple of, this is the only one that really you absolutely can't. Maybe if you fold now, that really won't work. So, it does have a spring-loaded action here. So if you press this, if you can get your finger in there, God, needless to say, it's not easy to do. But if I've had to use a pencil or something to pop, and basically this lever just pops up. It's not the best executed gimmick, let's say that. But it's neat that they have included the place for the vehicle. Another area, let's get a little proper focus going on there. These open up, and there are compartments in there where you can place the car and the motorcycle. I forget their numbers exactly, but they just close in like that, and you snap in. The wings also have some motion there, should you want to do crazy things with them. I think it's ideally so the wings can kind of do this. Alright, switching to the back. Little door there. I think this one's called like the Gatchaman or something. It goes in like this. And this is another one that technically doesn't fit all the way. You can kind of shimmy it in there, just kind of stuff it, and it'll close. Very cool. And the other door opens the same way. So it's very cool, very heavy. The finish is impeccable. I like that it's you know, aside from paying a fortune for the old die-cast version, you know, this is the only game in town for this for the new Godphoenix. I don't like that some of the doors weren't thought out well in terms of how the vehicles place inside. The spring action on the bottom of that middle one's kind of tough. The landing gear is a little tough to open on the back, but I mean, as a display piece, it is amazing, and as a toy, it's really great too. It's just not like I think, you know, they could have put a few more spring-loaded gimmicks. You know, the jet could have popped out in the front. It could have had a you know, a door that popped out, or even like, you know, when you have the motorcycle, these are technically on little gantry arms that kind of pick it up and pull it in. It's been cool to see those gantry arms in there. But otherwise, a great piece altogether. So I got this comes courtesy of Angolz.com, ANGOLZ. With all Fewture X Gokin stuff, it really pays to pre-order this stuff, as they are hard to get and expensive in the aftermarket. So they will likely be a reissue. Keep an eye out for that. Once again, courtesy of Angolz, ANGOLZ.com. This is Josh from CollectionDX. Thanks for watching.